How's it going, everybody? This is Brodie Richards with Vivirito Realty. We have our featured vendor of the month here in February, Marcus Zimmerman of Oxi Fresh. We're just gonna do a couple quick questions so that you guys can learn a little bit more about Marcus. Thank you for taking a couple minutes to chat with me today.
Awesome, thanks for having us.
First things first, tell me a little bit about Oxi Fresh, how long you guys have been in business here in Central Indiana.
Yeah, absolutely. So Oxi Fresh, we've been in business here locally for 12 years. We're based out of Fishers, Indiana. We started, both Dave and I, my business partner, I started in hospitality, so I spent 20 years in the restaurant industry. Dave worked for Kraft Heinz in sales, and I partnered with him about 5 years ago. So we've been growing the brand ever since here locally. There are franchises all across the United States, over 500 now. So
nice.
As far as territory is concerned, we cover everything north of the Circle here in Indianapolis, which is really great territory. We also do all of Hamilton County, and we run Greenfield all the way up to Anderson. So
nice.
Pretty decent size.
Big area on the north side, basically.
Big area, yeah. We pretty much cover all that, and we specialize in both commercial and residential carpet cleaning.
Okay.
We can also do upholstery.
Sure.
We've got some really dirty office chairs, or if in your home you haven't had your couch cleaned in a year or two, definitely recommend doing that.
Sure, okay. Can you walk us through a little bit in detail? You had mentioned commercial, you'd mentioned residential. What kind of, I guess, what do you guys do that makes you a little bit different from traditional cleaning companies, number one? And number two, in those areas, what kind of stuff are you guys doing on a, we'll call it a normal job or
Sure.
a normal day?
Great question. So what sets us apart, we're considered the world's greenest carpet cleaning company. We save water across the board. So in an average home, a steam cleaner or traditional extraction cleaner is going to come in and use 50, 60, 70 gallons of water, whereas we may use 2 to 3. So it is a cleaning method. There's a little bit more of a scientific approach to it. It's called encapsulation method. So we have a machine that has 2 counter-rotating brushes on it. It's going to do what's called carpet pile lifting. So typically the best way I can describe it is if I tell people, you know, you've got dirty dishes and you've left them in the sink for a week, are you going to come by with just your sprayer and try to spray them off, or are you going to use some form of abrasive brush, or some kind of brush to scrub that out? And, you know, everyone answers the same. We're going to use some form of brush. So very simple method. So we're going to come in, we'll pre-spray with a natural enzyme. That enzyme is designed to start breaking down dirt to a molecular level. We work that into the carpet. All along the way, we're pulling out dust, dander, things that traditional extraction cleaners cannot pull out. We also have a really great track record as far as wicking is concerned. And what that means is usually when you get steam cleaners come in, they'll put a bunch of water in, right? It makes it look like everything disappears, and they're only as good as their suction. So they'll pull out what they can, but there's always lots and lots of water left behind. So as it dries, guess what happens? Much like a candle, it's going to wick up. So that's why a lot of times when you have your carpets professionally steam cleaned, a couple weeks later they just look really dingy again, and that's because there's always going to be dirt and stuff that they can't pull out that's sitting on top of your carpet pad. If you've ever gone and pulled carpet from a room, you've probably seen it. It's just like covered in dirt and dust.
Sure.
Same thing. You can't pull all of that out, even with an extraction cleaner. So the idea is not to try to pull that dirt and resurface it, because you can't get it out anyways. The idea is to clean and sanitize the fibers themselves and to pull on the stains. So really awesome method. We have tons of happy people. We've got 5-star reviews across Google, and not just 2 and 3 reviews. You know, we have hundreds of reviews from happy people and tons of different clients.
Nice. In terms of the commercial stuff, what kind of, if someone out there has a commercial building that needs closed, do you guys do it on a one-time basis? Do you guys do contracts? How does that work? So
we don't feel the need to actually do a contract unless they want to. You know, I'm a firm believer that we will do the best work we can, and if you decide there's somebody out there that you want to price compare, you're always going to find somebody cheaper, right? There's always a one-off guy that can come in and make claims. I can do your whole
do it for $50 or
exactly. Yeah. And that's not the business that we're in. You know, we're building a brand, we're building relationships. That's what we're all about. So as far as commercial carpet, our process really shines. Super fast dry times. Like I'm talking anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. So,
nice. Okay.
Really beneficial. We can come in on a weekend when your office is closed, clean it. Everybody comes back in the next day. You're good to go. So yeah, great track record. We love commercial carpet as well, and we'll take clients of any size.
Nice. And I've used Marcus personally for a handful of my clients for carpet cleaning in their homes before we get ready to list it to sell. My one last question, this is the big one for residential, pet dander.
Yeah.
How do you guys do with pet dander? Because I've had clients who spend a lot of money on getting their carpets cleaned, and within 3 or 4 days, the smell is it's almost stronger than next time it comes back. So what do you guys do to combat that?
Awesome. So typically when you walk into a house and you smell pet, it's the dander that's been left behind.
Sure.
I tell people, okay, think of steam cleaning like a vacuum without a beater bar, right? So when you go and you vacuum your house, especially if you have pets, are you just going to use your suction option, or are you going to use that beater bar option?
Right.
You're always going to use the beater bar option because you're always going to pull up the most pet dander. Steam cleaners do not have that, so that's where we really shine. We're going to pull 99% of that pet hair out, without even having to upsell or use any deodorizers or anything. Now, we have some environmentally friendly products, and we can use those when it comes to like pet urines and things like that, but generally speaking, I can go in after a steam cleaner, I can pull a whole tray of pet hair out. It's amazing. So, and I've done it. I've had commercial clients in apartment communities call me after because they still smelled it, and the next day I'll go and clean and pull a whole tray. So it's always fun to show people, and that's probably one of the best parts about our job is the instant gratification, being able to show somebody, this is what we pulled out of your carpet. So
nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen today. Again, this is Marcus Zimmerman. I've known Marcus for a long time. Very, very good guy, and somebody that I like to do business with as often as possible. So he actually just handed me a big stack of $25 off any purchase of 150 or more. Is that correct? So if that's something that you're interested in, text, email, call your agent that you're working with, and we can maybe get one sent out to you before you get scheduled with Marcus and get a little bit of, get $25 off. So Marcus, thanks for taking the time today. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, sir.
And always excited to do business with you.
Absolutely.
Have a good rest of the day, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.